my friends, welcome back to Late Departure. I'm Adam, and as some of you may know, this is my continuing journey to becoming a commercial airline pilot. And as you can see, I'm just just departed on my trip out to Manitoba to go to Harv's Air. And so my wife is coming along with me here. She's the one holding the camera, so I'm not doing anything dangerous, making sure that I'm focusing on the road as always. And yeah, as we go along the way here, maybe I can show you a little bit of what we see along the way in this 4-day drive. You can see right now nothing too exciting, but this is the typical highway side view that we probably will see quite a lot of in Washington and around British Columbia. But we'll see what we see along the way, and maybe I can drop some more kind of information or things that I want to talk about and the reason why I'm going out here and how the experience is along the way. So I'll keep you guys up to date.
We're at the border.
We're at the border. The Peace Arch gate right there. About to cross into the United States. So we're finally here in the States, just heading down the I-5, and soon we'll be going down, and maybe not so soon, but in a while we'll have to turn after Seattle onto the I-90 to head over to Spokane, or however you pronounce it. Unfortunately, we had a few hours of delay at the border, and some of you may or may not know my wife is Chinese, so there are some special preparations that you need to make when you're going across the border, and you know, it's not always easy if you're not Canadian or American, and that's something to keep in mind. So if you are planning to go to the States, or you're going maybe transiting through the States or something like that, or even you're flying, it's really good to remember that, you know, you gotta make sure that you get everything ready so you don't get stuck like I did at the border for 2-3 hours today. But it's all good. We're through now, and just making this journey through the beautiful state of Washington. So, for those of you who don't know, Canadian and American road trip wisdom. A great chance to get your veggies of the day and eat kind of healthy. I'm not endorsed or sponsored in any way, but Subway is a really great way to do that. So if you're out driving along, you know, it's a great place to stop in to have kind of a salad for the day and get a meal in that's not too unhealthy. So I was sitting there stuck in piles of Seattle traffic, but watching all those planes taking off from Seattle Tacoma Airport, it gave me a rush. It gave me that hope, that motivation to go out and fly those big jets. One day I'll be up there too. Instead of sitting in this terrible traffic here, I'll be up there flying high in the sky. Can't wait till that day comes. After a super long day, finally settling down for the evening, came in, we looked online and found one of the top rated places in Spokane here to eat, the Queen of Sheba. Some great Ethiopian food. Just gonna try it out here. We got a spicy one over here. It's interesting, you roll these out and I guess you wrap them up in the food here. Oh yeah. Just solid lamb. You know, the best thing about traveling, go out and try some different things, and haven't had Ethiopian food before. Very, very good. pretty tasty. But yeah, let's I'm gonna get eating this. My wife wants to eat too, so she's holding the camera right now, so she's nodding with that. So that's it for today. Let's see what happens tomorrow. Good morning, everyone. It's the next day. I'm out, but it's all good. We're setting up for another huge drive just to my exercise. Got to stay healthy. And speaking of healthy, I don't know if this is healthy, but I saw my instructor again doing this, just loading up on sausages and eggs and stuff like that, and not going for too many breads and whatnot. But you know, just getting some food now because it's going to be another 7 hours till we get to Montana to our next stop, and look forward to it. So just gotta eat up and get this thing on the road. So we're here. We pretty much went over the Rockies, but we're going through Idaho here, and we're getting quite a bit of snow on the ground. As you can see, it's not too bad at all, actually. I was expecting to get more snow going through the Rockies, but you know, it's not falling and it's not covering the road, so that's all that really matters to me. But you can see Idaho is pretty nice. I've never been here before. Love to come down here sometime. I know that the potatoes here are super famous, so I'd love to have some Idaho potatoes at some point, but I think this trip I might not have any time because we are busily trying to get ourselves out to Manitoba. So let's just keep on following right down this road here. Cows! We're in the rolling grassy hills of Montana. I was expecting to see wild horses running free throughout all this place. I haven't seen any yet, but it's a beautiful place to pass through here. Just waiting for those horses. Okay, we might see some more cows now. Can you get it?
Oh, here's one.
One buffalo. Kind of interesting. It's like sand dunes, but they're covered in grass and kind of like cowboy plants and stuff like that. It looks like a scene out of a country western. All right, so we finally arrived in Great Falls, Montana here. A very interesting place, very nice. You know, people seem pretty nice here. Went around to a few restaurants. A lot are so busy, and unfortunately, I guess mask wearing isn't really a big thing out here. Made my wife and I a little nervous, but we were looking around trying to find something good that we can get takeout. Came across the Big Mouth Barbecue. We're getting some takeout right now. I'm looking forward to it. Unfortunately, it's a little bit late at night, and a lot of these barbecue places, they open up and they close quite early, and they don't have very much stock left. This place has a little bit left, but a lot of the stuff like the beef brisket is already sold, unfortunately. So let's get some food and see what it's like. All right, finally after a long day of driving, got here with the Big Mouth Barbecue. The mac and cheese, the slaw, the pork, chicken. Got a pound of each. Looks really good. Let's go with the Texas OG sauce here. Enjoy some of this. That's some good barbecue. Long day's drive, no food. This is great after that. All right, day 3 here. Up in Montana, -6, and we haven't even started really going north yet. So probably gonna be looking at quite a bit colder when we get up to Regina, Saskatchewan today. But everyone's been talking about huckleberry this, huckleberry that. Apparently it's some kind of berry out here. So I'm gonna go in here and see if I can get a huckleberry milkshake, and that'll start off the day. And then we got a long 8-hour drive to Regina, Saskatchewan, and that's not including the border crossing. So wish us luck. All right, got our huckleberry shake here. Salty, tart, and tangy. Kind of blueberry-ish, not quite, but pretty good. Got our last thing. Now it's on for that 8-hour drive. Let's do this. So as you can see, out here it's basically just going down icy roads. This is by far probably one of the worst parts of the trip here because it's just been hundreds of miles stretching of unsalted ice roads, which I really don't like, even with snow tires. You know, no matter how good your snow tires or anything is, nothing's gonna really help you if you're just on solid ice. So just being really careful and trying to get along here. We're hoping that once we pass the border and get into Canada, the roads might be a bit nicer once we get onto the Trans-Canada, but we'll see what happens. It is a little crazy, but you know, just gotta stay focused and get through this. Alright, we just arrived in Saskatchewan. Arguably one of the worst drives of my entire life. Like 10 hours straight driving on solid ice was absolutely terrible. Worst experience. Would never recommend this to anyone. But finally we're here. We're going to drive over to Regina, get to our hotel. It's already 10 o'clock at night. Not a great day. Just made it before the border closed. We're actually racing the clock because the border's going to close there. But anyways, yeah, we're getting back. Maybe get some food and then go to sleep because that was a nuts day. Man, the things I do to become a pilot, eh? So right after I took that last video of us outside that Saskatchewan sign, we went back to the car only to realize we didn't have enough gas to make it out to Regina, but thankfully the really nice people at the Border Services Agency there helped us procure some gas and we were able to get off. But just before then, I didn't realize it at the time, but when I was pouring gas from this gas can into the car, my hands were freezing really, really hard, and it was something like minus 25 with the wind chill out there. And man, it hurt more than anything I've felt in a long time. I cannot even express how thankful I was when it took me a few hours to warm my fingers, and even now, man, they're still pretty tender. But yeah, I know a lot of you guys in the Discord have been talking about you know, how really cold it is out in this part of Canada, and that is definitely true. Hopefully I'm going to find out how to deal with this cold and find some ways to do it. But anyways, finally got here after, I don't know how many, 13 hours of driving on icy roads, and went to some late night pizza place in Regina. Got a pizza here, looks really delicious. What's it called again? 888 Pizza. I don't know if anyone knows that, but I'm going to try it. It looks really good. Let's see if it's already... Man, it was really hot and we were outside for literally like 2 seconds and the pizza kind of cooled down already, but oh, that's the stuff. After 13 hours not eating, that's great. Alright, on our last little bit here, and just getting to Winnipeg. Once again, it's dark super early because it's winter time. It's minus 21, but it's all good. We're almost here. Finally, almost made it. Super happy. It was quite a trip, but I'm stoked. We finally arrived in Winnipeg, and we just came into the Real Canadian Superstore, and we feel like country bumpkins, except we're like city bumpkins, because like we went to look and we're looking for stuff. We find a chips aisle. Look how far that is. That's like a mile down there. And there's all kinds of crazy stuff here that we don't have in Vancouver. Vancouver, all the stores are so incredibly small. They're not this big. What do you think about this, Jean?
Very big.
It's very big. And I've also found, look at this. I need dill sauce. I have a theory that this is like ketchup to like the Manitobans. I'm not too sure, but we'll find out later. Chicken finger dipping, there we go. There's a use for everything. Anyways, this is a very incredible place. It's also very cold, but we're having a lot of fun, right, Gene? Yes. And tomorrow off to our new place. We'll see. All right, after the long trip, we're finally here. We just arrived in Steinbach. You can see here, there's a big sign. Steinbach, welcome, bienvenue, it's worth the trip. Well, that's definitely what I've been telling myself the entire time I've been driving out here. You know, it's a long trip, and it's a long way across Canada to get out here into this place, but as you can see, it's absolutely fantastic flying weather. I'm looking so much forward to getting out there and getting flying. It's going to be really awesome, and sharing all of that flying with you guys here, and I'll hopefully show you guys when I get to the school and see how it is. But yeah, this has been quite a crazy trip, and I'm glad to have all of you along with me for this trip here. So yeah, it's been great, and I hope all of you, if you're out flying, you're having fun, you're flying safely, and well, we're about to find out if, as always, it's never too late. But in any case, I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.